Hello everyone, this is Caden Burrell. I'm here on the Geogebra website and I'm going to maneuver in this website just a little bit and specifically show you one applet that you can use in this website. So I'm going to go over here. I just went to geogebra.org and there's a lot of cool materials in here that you can look into for teaching math. But I'm going to go in here to materials where it brings up a bunch of materials. There's featured materials, newest materials, and there's a search bar here at the top. And what I'm going to search for is Boxplot, because that's what my lesson plan is going to be based on. And there's a lot of Boxplot applets here that can help your students, help the students learn about Boxplots and what they're used for and how you can use them to model data. I gave an example of this applet right here in my presentation of learning, and I also gave an example of this Boxplot game, and that's the one I want to introduce you to right now. So in this game, I'm going to load here. Notice here on the side it says, in this game you'll be given a list of numbers, make a box plot. Using those numbers, make a box plot that represents the data. 5 correct plots and you'll receive a certificate. Take a screenshot and send it to your instructor. Enter your name to begin. So how I plan on using this in the classroom is either you can use this for individuals, or the way I did it in my lesson plan was for a group of students, but you can type in your name or a group name, and I'll kind of show you how this works. So it gives you this list of numbers, and the students will be using what they know about box plots. They'll have to drag these blue dots according to, like, this dot will be the minimum point, this one will be the maximum point, this point will be the median, and this point will be the first quartile and the third quartile. And depending on how many of these points they place correctly, they'll get a certain amount of points. So here from this data set you can tell, like, the lowest point is 12, the highest point is 34, and I'm just going to make some approximations, some guesses. I'm not going to do any major calculations for the sake of time, but I'm thinking the median is probably, move this over, the median is probably 16, and the first quartile is going to be probably 14, and the third quartile is going to be probably 25. So we'll see what it does there. So you see I got 4 of my 5 dots correct. So my total score was 4 on that one. But my third quartile was not correct, and you can tell because it's red. And this is what the actual box plot is supposed to look like. So it'll let me, like, kind of drag this over, and oh, alas, the third quartile was actually 24. So with the students, if they were doing this, they could kind of see where they went wrong, recalculate, and figure out what the correct point was. And then once you do that, it'll keep track of your score down here, and we'll click on Next to go to the next box plot, and then you start the process over again. So here the lowest point is 11, the highest point is 35, the middle is probably going to be 20, the median is going to be probably 27, I don't know, 27 and a half. Or the third quartile, sorry, probably going to be 27 and a half, and the first quartile is probably going to be like 16. We're going to go with 27 here. And so we'll see if that's correct. And alas, it wasn't. And again, this ends up being 15 and a half, and this ends up being 27 and a half. So that round I only got 3 points. So you kind of get the gist of the game. It's really relatively simple, but the idea is that the students will be able to look at this set of data and figure out what the box plot would need to be, and it's kind of just a fun way and a challenging way to get excited about box plots and kind of apply them. So there's just a short video on how to use these box plots. Again, there's tons and tons of resources in Geogebra, not only for box plots but for so much more. But I mean, when I searched box plots, there's tons and tons of applets here that you can use for that. So I encourage you to review some more of those, but I hope that helped you kind of get an idea of how you can apply apply that game in this lesson with your students.